So I have the whole head articulated currently, and what I did was I sculpted first the upper portion of the jaw, which was seen in my first video. The second I articulated the lower jaw, and then I attached them with a thin line of wire right across the back of the lower jaw. Now, after this, I ran a string through the interior of the lower jaw, and it loops through the exterior right here at the very tip and on the inside of the mouth. So that runs all the way through the lower jaw, and about where his jaw would hinge, where it would attach, the string comes through out of the lower jaw and into the top of the head. So that runs to the back of the head, which is where eventually I'm going to have a plexiglass circle to support the back of the head and attach it to the rest of the puppeteering system. So how it works is you have the two strings and you pull and the jaw opens and closes. There's kind of a frontal view. And when you first attach the head, the pieces together, the lower and upper jaw, you're going to have a little trouble with the jaw's mobility. It's going to want to stop it about right here. So what you need to do is just stretch it out a little bit, push on it, and push a little divot here in the back of the skull for the lower jaw to attach. That way you can pull it open and closed, and it opens as in a realistic manner. Good morning. Today we're doing our video in the kitchen. As you can see, I have the frill attached to the head. Kind of see. It's rigged entirely on the system, so it'll come forward like a cockatoo. So I can act surprised or aggressive or interested with the puppet. So that'll come down to the handle system that's held in the belly of the beast. I got these clumps of frill, these kind of wiggly things in the floral section of Hobby Lobby. As you can see, they all come down into clumps. There are 4 clumps total, and I wired it across the top of the head and then wired them together along the outside of the skull. And I wired them together below as well and left a loop at the bottom of each stick for the string to attach. So it pulls forward, it pulls the bottom of the stick back, which consequently brings the frill forward, just like that. So see if we can see the whole thing. It's kind of a large frill. There's the head, here's the frill. And that's all I've got. Good afternoon. This is, I think, my 5th video. Today I just finished the feet. As you can see, they are attached to my feet via a slip-on shoe that's inside of them. So how they work is the toes are attached along the bottom here, similar to the way the legs and tail were attached so that they would move, with a thin string where the knuckle bone would be to keep the toe from moving too far forward. That way when the foot lifts, toe comes down. So that gives us kind of an organic movement. So that it's just kind of stomping around. The main thing about the feet is you have to take tall steps That way the toes do not catch on the ground, which you're going to be wanting to take tall steps anyways, because that will make the legs move more like they need to. So if you take tiny steps, the legs just don't look like they're moving right. So she is all but finished. Once I finish the harnessing system, backpack, a belt, and PVC pipe, I'll attach the feet to the legs, and that will be the final construction elements of the dinosaur. Alright, so I have the legs attached to the body now. As you can see, it's perpendicular with the chest resting against the chair here. It's kind of hard to see with the white background, but I don't have a lot of choice. This green cloth here separates the thigh from the body, and the thigh is attached to the body. The thin line of wire across the top. This is in order for the leg to be able to move up and down into a crouching position. Any more connection and the thigh remains stationary and the movement is not quite as organic. So you have the knee right here, pushes forward, and the back bend of the leg. This is where the foot will be attached to my foot. And just a little example of movement. As you can see, we've got quite a range of motion. And they come out as well. So if the creature is squatting, we have the second leg here on the other side of the body, moves in the same manner. That's all I've got for you today. Alright, we are filming. Wish I could back up a little bit more. I just finished the harness system. How it works is I have a backpack over my shoulders that straps to these two PVC pipes that run across my shoulders. You can see the backpack strap there by my hair. It's just duct taped on and then wired. And I have a belt that goes along the bottom of the backpack. And it's got a length of PVC in the back. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but it's got PVC behind it to stabilize it that ties around to the front. The belt comes underneath my chest and stabilizes the structure of the dinosaur. So most of the weight is resting on my shoulders. This lexicon sheet, this plastic sheet, is quite heavy, but is balanced by the length of the tail, which I am not sure if you can see or not. The arms kind of bounce with movement. The legs are ready, the tail is attached. Let's see. There's the tail. Kind of swings when I move. There we go. So, there's quite a range of movement, and it will be quite a bit more mobile when it is outside of this teeny tiny apartment where I can hardly move. So the next step is bringing the handle system inside the belly. It'll be right here. It'll go through this hole. That's how the contraption works. The neck will go on, the head will attach, and all that will be left to do is put the skin back on the dinosaur.